Negative 1 to the second power is positive.
60.
8 to the second power is 64.
Yeah, 64.
Y to the fourth squared, we copy the base and we multiply the exponents. Of course, there is no need for you to write the, sorry. Negative 1 to the second power is positive. There is no need to put that in. That's why I put a dash, so just a refresher. 8 to the second power is 64. Y to the fourth squared, copy the base, multiply the exponents. Of course, there is no need to write anything in front because it's positive. Good. This is all the same, but there are several factors in there. Let's do this one too. Negative 4, p squared, q to the fourth, everything to the fourth. Carefully and slowly. Negative 1 to the fourth power, positive. 4 to the fourth power. P squared to the fourth. Copy the base, multiply the exponents. Q to the fourth, copy the base, multiply the exponents. So here we have to multiply 4 to the fourth power, no problem.
256.
4 caret 4. Very good. So 256, p to the 8th, q to the 16. Good. Okay, this is the same. Okay, yes. So x to the 6th times 7x. Remember multiplicative properties? So I can swap these. This is not the distributive law. I'm not saying you thought like that. So just imagine that you reverse the order and then you copy the base and add the exponents. There is no need for the intermediate step, but I just wanted to show how we get from here. Simply applying the property. We're not distributing. This is not the distributive law. We're not multiplying x to the 6th by 7 and then x to the 6th by x. No. Remember that the distributive law requires either addition, there is no addition, or subtraction, there is no subtraction. So you will distribute if you have terms, but we don't have any terms. They're all factors. If I don't have terms, I cannot distribute. Good. Okay, let's also look at this one, which is 8 x to the 6th, y to the 5th, times 5x squared y. There is no need for parentheses here. It's okay, it's not a mistake. And again, these are all factors. I multiply. 40 x to the 8th, y to the 6th. Done. Copy the base, add the exponents. Again, this is not the distributive law. The distributive law requires multiplication and terms. We only have factors. Good. Good, let's look at this one. It looks weird. 7/3 x squared y squared times 1/2 xy. Now I need parentheses on the last one for sure. Okay? Because I cannot have the multiplication symbol and the negative symbol sitting one next to each other. They have to be separated by parentheses. Okay, so I'm going to take care of the numbers first. 7/3 times 1/2 times -18. So 7. So obviously the sign will be negative. So 7/3 times 1 over 2 times 18 over 1. I'm addressing the sign first. Since there is only one negative, obviously, the whole product will be negative. So I took care of that from the beginning. Now I take care of this of the numbers. 7 over 3 times 1 over 2 times 18 over 1. But I have 6 here. I will simplify. I will refuse to multiply. If I can simplify, I will never multiply first. So 7 times 3 is negative 21. Now I'm looking at x. There is no addition and subtraction of terms here. This is not the distributive law. X squared times x squared is x to the 5th power. Oh, times y. 2 and 1 and 2 times y, y squared, y, and y squared, y to the 5th. Again, sign first, so you can eliminate parentheses. Factors, numerical factors next. X squared times x squared is x to the 5th. Copy the base, add the exponents. Y squared times y squared. Copy the base, add the exponents. And this is final. Any questions? Good. Find and explain the mistake. So 4 squared has to be 16. You cannot pick and choose factors to square. Everything that is in parentheses must be squared. So 4 squared must be 16, not 8. We're not multiplying 4 by 2. We are raising 4 to the 2nd power. And then we copy the base and multiply the exponents. So here, let's work on this problem. Okay, I'm on page 8. Good. So negative 4x squared, everything squared, times x to the 5th. Again, they are all factors. Careful. Negative 4 squared is 16. X squared squared is x to the 4th times x to the 5th. So this is 16 times x to the 9th. And that's it. So what he did was, first of all, he did not square negative 4. By not squaring negative 4, he got the incorrect answer. Okay, this is the same thing. Okay, yes, I want to work on this. B to the 4th, everything squared, plus 2b squared, everything to the 4th. Good. First of all, I have to eliminate parentheses. They may end up being like terms. I don't know. So the first one, I copy the base, multiply the exponents. Plus, careful, 2 to the 4th, which is 16. B squared to the 4th, which is b to the 8th. Ah, yes, they are like terms. 1 apple plus 16 apples is 17 apples. And that's it. Any questions? Okay. Suppose that the width of a rectangle is 2x and the length is 9x. Write an algebraic expression for the area of the rectangle in terms of x. So we have 2x and 9x. 9x and 2x. We had a similar problem last time. So the area is 2x times 9x. 2 times 9, this is not the distributive law, 18. X times x, copy the base, add the exponents. The same thing with the volume. When I need to multiply, I have 2 times 3 is 6. 6 times 4 is 24. And x to 5 plus 2 plus 3. Find a polynomial that equals the area of the figure to the right. Calculate this area for r equals 15. Okay. Okay, let's do this problem. Okay, so here's what we have. So we have R and R and R and 2R, and they want us to determine the area. Fine. So then the total area is length times width, so 2R times R plus length times width, R times R. This is 2R squared. This is R squared. 2 apples plus 1 apple is 3R squared. No, 1 apple plus 2 apples is not 3R squared, but you know what I mean. Good. So I think we are in the clear with 5.2. How do you feel about 5.2? Okay. So let's look at the topics we have to talk about in 5.3. So this is my page 9, and we start 5.3. Okay, perfect. Multiply a monomial and a polynomial. We know how to do that. Multiply two binomials using, we've done that already. I didn't wait for 5.3. Multiplying with the box method, fine. Multiply a polynomial by a polynomial. We know how to do all those. So we can directly go to practice in 5.3. We did not wait. Good. Okay, so let's start directly with practice because we already discussed all these things. So the first one, 2a, a to the 5th plus 8a. We work individually on this. X to the 6 minus 7 and 6x to the 5th. Okay, so let's work on this for a minute. What I would do, if it's easier for you, I would put this monomial in front, but it doesn't matter, you don't have to. You either distribute from the front or you distribute from the back. It's the same thing. It doesn't matter. The answer will be the same. Any questions? Can anyone give us the first one?
2a to the 6 plus 16a squared.
That's it. 2a to the 6th plus 16a squared. Again, 2 times 1, there is an imaginary 1 in here. First the numbers, 2 times 1 is 2. A times a to the 5th, copy the base, add the exponents. 2 times 8 is 16. A times a, copy the base, add the exponents. Perfect. Moving on to x to the 6th minus 7. And we have to distribute the monomial 6x to the 5th. Remember, this is a monomial, this is a binomial. So let's distribute and see what happens. We always take care of the signs first, and then coefficients, and then the rest. Anybody?
6x to the 11th minus 42x to the 5th.
Very good. 6 times the imaginary 1 is 6. Copy the base, add the exponents. Multiply negative 7 by 6, get negative 42, and just copy x to the 5th. Good.
It's snowing outside.
Say it again, Matt.
It's snowing.
I
Oh.
just saw that. I looked out the window. I was like, what is going on?
This was like 80 degrees yesterday.
No, I know. It's crazy.
Since you mentioned that, I'm going to tell you what happened to me last night. I was teaching my calculus class. 10 minutes into the class, the power goes out, and I taught at the flashlight.
That's awesome.
They were expecting me to say, "Oh, sorry, here we go." And I said, "Absolutely not. Nobody's moving anywhere. I have my phone. I'm going to look for a flashlight." So I had my flashlight on the table. That is the first time this happened. So since you mentioned, I'll give you a 1 minute break. You know me, I don't like to waste time. But so you can see, that was my calculus class last night. And in the middle of the first few minutes, as I said, my phone goes berserk that there is a tornado watch. Go to your basement. And of course, it's all recorded. It's all recorded right here. So this is when I started, and this was with a flashlight.
I don't know what this is. Yes, you can say it's the.
Let me just, here it is. When I started with a flashlight on my table. So I'm not surprised about anything anymore. So this was it. This was the moment when my phone would goes berserk and la la la. So here's my flashlight. Okay, enough of that. Sorry for the interruption. Okay, so I like to work on this problem together. So 1/3 n 12n minus 6. Okay, did I close that? Yeah, I think I did. No, I didn't. But I didn't even want to see it. But I think it's doable, so. But I had my internet, so that was good. Okay, so let's work on this problem. Now, here I have no choice. I have to distribute this quantity to both terms. And like always, please always, So we have to distribute this monomial to these two terms. So I have 1/3 n quantity 12n minus 6. So 1/3 times 12, we know it's 4. N times n, copy the base, add the exponents. 1/3 times, or 1/3 times -6, and that is -2. And n times 1 is still n. So we have to get used to having to distribute quantities that are not as nice as 2a or 6x to the 5th. Any questions on this? Any questions? Okay. Now we're talking about two binomials. Okay, so let's work on this. Let's take a minute to work on these two, and then we were going to work on them together. Very simple. We've done this before. Not new. Same way. But you are distributing, so you have to use the distributive law. It's also called FOIL, whatever. So you distribute the first term to both, and you distribute the second term to both. Or the other way around. You distribute x to both, and then 7 to both. It doesn't matter. Why? Because a times b is b times a. And yes, afterwards, we have to combine like terms and arrange the answer in descending order. So that is required.